Hello, I'm Jeff Porter, FJA's Political and Legislative Director. Today is Friday, February 7th, and this is the end of the fourth week of Florida's legislative session. It was filled with action on civil justice issues. In fact, for many Capitol observers, myself included, this has been one of the busiest weeks we can recall on issues impacting consumers. First, the good news. Legislation that helps consumers in very different ways all moved forward in both the House and Senate. With respect to sovereign immunity and claims bill reform, the Senate Community Affairs Committee approved Senator Flores' proposal to immunity limits and make the process easier for claims to get resolved. As we have been discussing, this bill sets a $500,000 cap tied to an annual adjustment for inflation and allows government entities to resolve claims without the burdensome claims bill process in certain situations. As for auto insurance reform, members of the Florida House Insurance and Banking Subcommittee heard legislation by Representative Grall to require drivers carry responsibility-based bodily injury liability coverage. Limits under the bill are set at $25,000 and $50,000. There was significant discussion about insurance bad faith reform, though amendments did not get filed to attempt items like a safe harbor or insurer duties. FJA stands strongly opposed to any changes to insurance bad faith. We now look to next week, where we expect these bills to be heard in both the House and Senate. Also receiving movement forward in the two chambers was the CFO's consumer protection proposal, sponsored by Representative Chuck Clemens and Senator Tom Wright. With thousands of Florida property and business owners with open insurance claims from 2018's Hurricane Michael, the legislation puts teeth into Florida's insurance prompt pay law. It also bans out-of-state arbitration in many circumstances. A similar bill by Panama City Representative Jay Trumbull also received a favorable hearing this week, also in insurance and banking. Lawmakers also considered a number of bills that are harmful to your practice and your clients' access to courts. The House Civil Justice Subcommittee on Tuesday passed legislation to place limits on legal advertising in Florida. In strong testimony opposing the bill, Pensacola attorney and FJA past president Troy Rafferty told committee members legal advertising is an area tightly regulated by the Florida Bar. He extolled the benefits of informing the public of dangerous drugs and products and of their legal rights. The bill from Representative Tom Leake would require disclaimers and ban certain verbiage from being used in legal ads. Meanwhile, the Senate bill remains without a hearing going into the halfway point of session. Tuesday was a busy day as the Senate Judiciary Committee also passed a bill by Senator Jeff Brandes to limit attorney fee contingency risk multipliers for property insurance claims. The bill codifies the federal standard of rare and exceptional circumstances for contingency risk multipliers, which will disincentivize insurance companies to do the right thing by making homeowners whole. Representative Leake's bill, which regulates litigation funding, cleared its second to last committee in the House. The bill establishes a 30% cap on interest rates and mandates attorneys to disclose information to the defense regarding funding a plaintiff that may be received. While FJA agrees with some regulation in this space, we remain concerned with overbearing regulation that may lead companies to leave the state's market, as well as the jury biasing discovery issues. Looking forward to next week, on Monday, be ready for the Senate Infrastructure and Security Committee to consider legislation regarding car dealers and vicarious liability. This bill provides auto dealers and their affiliates who are not subject to vicarious liability for harm their customers cause to others. We'd like to thank the members of the FJA Women's Caucus section for coming to Tallahassee and meeting with lawmakers. We'd also like to thank FJA President Leslie Mitchell Kroger, FJA President-elect Eric Romano, and FJA past presidents Troy Rafferty, Dale Swope, Fred Cunningham, Chris Searcy, and former Representative Kevin Ambler. Many members walked the halls of the Capitol this week, and we thank them for their service to the FJA and their clients. See their names in the written portion of this week's legislative update. If you can, please consider coming to Tallahassee and joining us for a few days during the 2020 legislative session. Thank you for all you do for your clients, and thank you for being a member of the Florida Justice Association.